Class 2 Chapter 4. Key Issues in Marketing Ethics. By its very nature, marketing ethics is controversial, and there is no universally accepted approach for resolving questions. Ethical issues address a problem, situation, or opportunity that requires an individual, group, or organization to choose among several actions that must be evaluated as right or wrong. The organization and stakeholders define marketing ethical issues that must be identified and resolved to build trust and effective relationships with stakeholders. Because marketing ethics sometimes deals with subjective moral choices, this requires decisions about the moral standards to apply and the definition of ethics issues. However, many groups in society, including government, are defining ethical and legal issues and proactive approaches to deal with these issues. For example, millions of blogs or personal weblogs exist on the internet without any formal code of ethics or regulation. Many firms, such as Audi, have their own blogs with many stakeholders requesting the formation of an ethics committee to create unified standards. Organizations are being asked to prevent and control misconduct by implementing ethical compliance programs. Ethics brings many rewards to organizations that nurture it, but managing ethics requires activity and attention on several levels: complying with the law, setting ethical standards, and dealing with the complex decisions related to trade-offs between the bottom line and ethical conduct. High ethical standards require both organizations and individuals to conform to sound moral principles. Fair trade has emerged to link ethically minded consumers with marketers concerned with disadvantaged producers in developing nations. Starbucks works to treat coffee farmers fairly in their business relationships by paying premium prices, long-term contracts, affordable credit, direct purchasing, and investing in social projects in coffee communities. http://www.starbucks.com/about-us/Starbucks and fairtrade.pdf. However, general special factors must be considered when applying ethics to marketing. First, to survive, marketers must contribute to profits or other organizational objectives. Second, marketers must balance their desire for success against the needs and desires of society. Maintaining this balance often requires compromises or trade-offs. To address these unique aspects, society has developed rules, both legal and implicit, to guide marketers in their efforts to reach their objectives in ways that do not harm individuals or society as a whole. A framework for understanding ethical decision-making in marketing. Ethical decision-making in marketing parallels ethical decision-making across all organizational domains. There is much overlap between marketing ethics and business ethics because the basic frameworks that describe ethical decision-making in an organization include decisions that encompass marketing. In other words, within the context of an organization, there is an ethical component to business decisions, regardless of whether it is marketing or some other functional area component. External stakeholder interests, concerns or dilemmas help trigger ethical issue intensity. For example, various lobby groups have out pressure on, for example, KFC and other fast food restaurants in America and Europe, to make the ethical treatment of animals a priority. Organizational culture, internal stakeholders, and individual moral philosophies and values influence the recognition of ethical issues and marketing ethics decisions. The decisions or outcomes are evaluated by both internal and external stakeholders. While it is impossible to describe precisely how or why an individual or a work group may make a specific decision, we can generalize about average or typical behavior patterns within organizations. First, as previously discussed, marketing can identify the importance of stakeholders, stakeholder issues, and gather information to respond to significant individuals, groups, and communities. Next, in the decision-making process, marketers should identify the importance or relevance of a perceived issue, i.e., the intensity of the issue. The fast food industry is being pressured by government agencies, consumers, and special interest groups to offer healthier menu options, particularly for children. The intensity of a particular issue is likely to vary over time and among individuals and is influenced by the organizational culture, values and norms, the special characteristics of the situation, and the personal pressures weighing on the decision. McDonald's restaurants were the targets of negative publicity associated with the release of the movie Super Size Me. In response, the company introduced more salads and healthful portions and alternatives. Individual factors are obviously important in the evaluation and resolution of ethical issues, and familiarity with theoretical frameworks from the field of moral philosophy is helpful in determining ethical decision-making in marketing. Personal moral development and philosophy, organizational culture, and co-workers, determine why different people perceive issues with varying intensity. The ethical climate of an organization is a significant element of organizational culture. Whereas a firm's overall culture establishes ideals that guide a wide range of behaviors for members of the organization, its ethical climate focuses specifically on issues of right and wrong. The ethical climate is the organization's character or conscience. Codes of conduct and ethics policies, top management's actions on ethical issues, the values and moral development and philosophies of coworkers, and the opportunity for misconduct all contribute to an organization's ethical climate. In fact, the ethical climate actually determines whether or not certain dilemmas are perceived as having an ethical intensity level that requires a decision. Opportunity usually relates to employees' immediate job context, where they work, with whom they work, and the nature of the work. The specific work situation includes the motivational carrots and sticks that superiors can use to influence employee behavior. Pay raises, bonuses, and public recognition are carrots, or positive reinforcement, whereas reprimands, pay penalties, demotions, and even firings act as sticks, the negative reinforcement. For example, a salesperson who is publicly recognized and given a large bonus for making a valuable sale that he or she obtained through unethical tactics will probably be motivated to use unethical sales tactics in the future, even if such behavior goes against one's personal value system.